again. This is Ron Dzinski. I'm the one that owns and operates this PTSD thing here on YouTube. And I'm glad that you're here. And if you know me and if you've seen me before, welcome back. If not, then hello to you. We're looking for 7.7 million PTSD people, and we've got a long way to go, and it's one by one that we have to accumulate them. So in any event, I'm in the process of talking about different things that are related to PTSD. And one of the things that I am very much interested in is being able to mourn your PTSD, but not let it ruin your day or let it ruin your life. So we all have the PTSD. Those of us who are here are either supporting somebody who has a PTSD issue or have the issue themselves. So one of the things I read when somebody was going through a death and I wanted to find out about it, I bought this book. It's by a guy named Mitch Albom, and it's called Tuesdays with Maury. And if you haven't read it, it really is a good book to read. And it talks about a guy whose name is Mitch Albom, and he was going to visit a professor that he had in college who was dying of ALS. I don't know what that stands for, but it's Lou Gehrig's disease. And I guess there's no cure for it, and it's just a process that eventually ends it. So he visited him on a Tuesday and found that they had such a wonderful time that he decided to visit him every Tuesday from that point forward. And that's the reason for the title, Tuesdays with Maury. And one of the questions that I recall, or that I remember them talking about, was he was talking about how do you keep from feeling sorry for yourself? I mean, why did you get this disease in someone else and that you're going to die and someone else will survive? And the answer was pretty really, I don't know, this really struck home with me. And what this Maury said was, I still mourn. I mourn every day. I allow myself an hour a day to mourn. So he has the hour. He feels sorry for himself and oh, poor me. And he said, but I do that by myself and I don't inflict that on anybody else. Once that hour is finished, he said, then I have to live my life. And I have to live my life, and I don't want to be wasting that living on my dying. It's okay to feel sorry for yourself. But when you start to let it bleed out into everybody else, then it becomes an issue because nobody wants to be around you. Nobody wants to talk to you. Nobody wants to listen to what you have to say because they know what you're going to be talking about, and you're such a dreary mope that they don't want to be with you. I can remember the people that they would say, how you doing? And I would start to tell them about my PTSD, and the next thing you know, it'd be, oh, God, here he goes again. So I started to realize I don't want to talk to people about this. This has to be something that is mine and unfortunately only mine. I started then to do it differently. I started to say, I'm going to fake it till I make it. I'm just going to keep it to myself. Just very few of my friends know anything about this. Very few. I mean, only my really close friends, my wife, obviously, and then several other people. But mostly it was something that I suffered and endured by myself because I didn't know what it was, and I didn't want to inflict it. I figured, my life is too short to do that. So it's just a word of advice, handle that any way you want to do it. If it works for you, then fine, then do it. I would certainly suggest reading the book. It gives you different insight on how this guy was able to put that into a container or in a compartment and not deal with it all the time. So if it works for you, again, it's called Tuesdays with Maury. It's not a plug. I get nothing from this. It's just something that really struck home with me. So hopefully you're doing well. I'm hoping you have your pad and your pencil. Remember that number 23 is it. This is where I can be reached. I'm a different location. I'm sure you can see. I'm sitting here waiting with my wife in her office, and we're spending the weekend together and going somewhere. So I thought I would get this while I had some moments to talk. And so this is my homage to you. If you get a chance to give me a like or dislike or tell me what you think, give me some feedback. That's the way this place will grow. I told you before, if you have something you're burning to say and you really want to say it, whether it's about this topic or some other topic, you're welcome to send it in. We'll review it. And if it's something that's worth hearing, you'll see your face on here instead of mine, which is probably a good thing. I really love doing this and hoping sharing things with you about myself. I'm trying to get the courage to talk about something that is an important issue that I got a letter from somebody, and I'm going to mull it over how I'm going to talk about this, because I told you I wouldn't make it too bad a thing, but every once in a while you do have to talk about some serious matters. So in any event, I will talk to you again, and hopefully you're having a better day than you had yesterday because you're starting to write about it. Get that sand out of your pocket. All right, thanks. Bye.